Welcome back! Last time, we built a program that could greet different people. To make that happen, we had to do three things. First, we asked the user to enter their name. Then, we made Python remember that name. And finally, we used this line of code to make Python greet anyone, no matter what name they entered. That was a really fun program. But before we finished the lesson, we discovered a mystery. Do you remember this line? Why did removing the quotation marks around name suddenly make the program work? That is actually a super important question, and today we're going to solve that mystery. But before we jump back to our greeting program, let's look at a much simpler example. Let's take a look at this. Print 3 plus 2. If we run this program, what do you think Python will print? Take a moment to think about it. Ready? Let's find out. Let's hit run. And ta-da! Python prints 5. Pretty easy, right? Now, let's try something a little different. Let's look at this line of code. This time, what do you think Python will print? Will it still print 5? Or something else? Think carefully. Ready? Let's hit run. Interesting. This time, Python prints 32. Wait, what happened? Last time we got 5, but now we got 32. Why? Well, to answer that question, let's remember something we learned a few lessons ago. Python golden rule number 1 says, if something is inside quotation marks, Python treats it as text. That means it doesn't matter if it's letters, symbols, spaces, or even numbers. If it's inside quotation marks, Python treats it as text. So, let's step inside Python's brain and watch what happens. When Python reads this line, first Python sees print, so it says, I'm about to show something on the screen. Then it sees an opening quotation mark, so immediately Python says, oh, I'm about to read text. Then Python reads 3 as text. Then Python reaches the plus sign. So Python says, oh, I'm about to add something to what I already have. So Python keeps reading. Then it sees another opening quotation mark. So again, Python says, oh, I'm about to read text. This time it reads 2 as text. Now Python combines the two pieces of text together, and that becomes 32. Mystery solved. Python didn't add two numbers, it combined two pieces of text. And that's how we got the output, 32. Excellent. But that brings us to another question. Why didn't the first example do the same thing? Let's look at it again. Did you notice something? This time, there are no quotation marks. So when Python reads this line, Python sees the number 3. Now, you might be wondering, does Python see this 3 differently than it saw the 3 in the last example? The answer is yes. And to understand why, we need to learn another Python golden rule. Python golden rule number 2 says, whenever Python sees something that is not inside quotation marks, it tries to understand what it is. Let's step inside Python's brain one more time. Python sees 3 and says, I think I have seen this before. Oh, I know exactly what this is. It is a number. So Python treats it like a number. Then it reaches the plus sign. So Python says, I am about to add something to the number 3. And Python keeps reading. Then it sees 2. Again, Python says, I know this one too. It's another number. So instead of combining text, Python adds the two numbers together. 3 plus 2 equals 5. And that's how we got the output, 5. And that's why the answer is different. One example contained text, the other contained numbers. Now, let's go back to our greeting program and solve the mystery we started with. Now, let's try to solve it. Do you remember this line from our greeting program? Last lesson, we discovered that this program worked perfectly. If I typed Byte, Python says, "Hi Byte, nice to meet you." If I typed Rico, Python says, "Hi Rico, nice to meet you." That was amazing! But do you remember what happened before we got the correct answer? At first, we wrote this, with the word name inside quotation marks. Let's pretend we've never seen this before. What do you think Python will print? Take a moment to think about it. Ready? Let's run it. And look at that! Python prints, "Hi name, nice to meet you." Why didn't it say, "Hi Byte"? Well, let's step inside Python's brain one more time. When Python starts reading the line, first it sees print. So it says, "I'm about to print something on the screen." Great! Then Python sees hi and a space. Immediately, Python remembers our first golden rule. If something is inside quotation marks, Python treats it as text. So Python simply prints hi and a space. So far, our output looks like this. Now Python reaches the plus sign. So it says, "I am about to add something to the text I already have." Then it sees name. Do you notice something? The word name is inside quotation marks. So what does Python do? Exactly what our golden rule says. Python treats it as text. It doesn't stop to think. It doesn't ask any questions. It simply prints the word exactly as it is written. So now our output becomes hi space name. Then Python reads exclamation mark and a space. Then it reads nice to meet you. Again, it's inside quotation marks. So Python prints it exactly as it is. And finally we get, "Hi name, nice to meet you." Mystery solved. Python wasn't trying to use our name, it was simply printing the word name, because that's exactly what we wrote inside the quotation marks. Excellent. But then we changed just one thing. Can you spot it? Instead of writing name inside quotation marks, we wrote it like this. The quotation marks disappeared. And somehow, the program suddenly worked. But how? Let's step inside Python's brain one last time. Python starts reading the line. First it sees print, so it says, "No problem, I'm about to print something on the screen." Then it reads hi and a space, so Python says, "This is text." So Python simply prints hi and a space. Now Python reaches the plus sign. Then it sees name. This time, there are no quotation marks. So Python immediately remembers our second golden rule. Whenever Python sees something that is not inside quotation marks, it tries to understand what it is. So Python looks at the word name and says, this isn't text, so what is it? Then Python says, wait a minute, is this one of my memory warehouse boxes? So Python runs over to its memory warehouse. Inside the warehouse, there are lots of boxes. Python looks around and then smiles. There it is! Python opens the box, and inside it finds Byte. So Python says, oh, so the value inside this box is Byte. Now, something really important happens. Python doesn't use the word name. Instead, Python uses what is inside the box. So this part, name, becomes Byte. Then Python continues reading the line until we finally get the output. Hi Byte, nice to meet you. That's why removing the quotation marks changed everything. When we wrote name inside the quotation marks, Python saw text. But when we wrote it like this, Python looked inside the memory warehouse, found the name box, and used the value stored inside it instead. That's the secret, and that's exactly why our greeting program worked. But how do we know this wasn't just a coincidence? Let's try another name. This time, instead of typing Byte, let's type Rico. Now, before we run the program, what do you think will happen? Take a moment to think about it. Ready? Let's run it! Python asks, please enter your name. We type Rico and press enter. And ta-da! Python says, hi Rico, nice to meet you. Awesome! Let's think about what happened. Did we change this line? No, the code stayed exactly the same. So what changed? That's right. The only thing that changed was what was inside the name box. Last time, our memory warehouse looked like this. This time, it looks like this. So when Python reached name, it opened the same box, but this time it found Rico instead of Byte. Pretty cool, right? That means we can greet anyone, Alex, Loki, Rico, Byte, or even your name. And the best part is, we never have to change our code. Python changes the message for us. Excellent work. Amazing work today! Now we understand one of Python's biggest secrets. Quotation marks can completely change the way Python sees things. This 3 and this 3 might look almost the same to us, but Python sees them very differently. And now that we know how to use text, combine text, receive text, and make Python remember information, we are ready for something really fun. In the next lesson, we will use everything we learned to build our own text program. See you there!